I can't weigh any fish without my weighmaster. Weighmaster today is going to be Mr. Rick Wilhelm out of Florida. Give him a big round of applause. I really appreciate all the help I get on stage. Thank you, Mr. Rick. Rick is also the president of the Florida Bass Nation. All right. Are you guys ready to weigh some fish? We're going to find out which state made some adjustments and going to jump themselves way up the leaderboard. First up today, out of Tennessee, Mr. David Presley. £9, 3 ounces on those. £9, 3 ounces on those, David. Thank you, sir. Coming up next, Mike Goff out of West Virginia. £2, 6 ounces on those. £2, 6 ounces on those, Mike. Thank you, sir. Coming up next on the boater side, looked like he had a pretty good bag over there in the takes. Mikey Batten out of West Virginia. £11, 5 ounces. 11 pounds, 5 ounces for Mikey. All the way up into first place. Mikey Batten Jr. 2-day total, 21 pounds, 7 ounces, and your current leader. Thank you, Mikey. Mikey also took over the first place spot on his state team for right now. We'll see how long that holds out. Coming up next, Randy Gibson out of South Carolina. Randy bringing us 3 on the non-boater side. Looks like a little better day. Lot better day. 6 pounds, 9 ounces, and Randy jumps into the lead so far on the non-boater side. Good bag. That's going to move him way up the standings. Over there. Yep. Cameraman's in the green shirt. Thank you, Randy. Randy, 2-day total weight, 6 pounds and 12 ounces. Coming up next on the boater side, Gary Little out of Mississippi. Gary, lot better day?
Yes, better day.
8 pounds even on those, Gary. 8 pounds even. 23rd place. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Coming up next, Cole Huff out of Florida. One of our high school anglers competing this week. Cole's bringing us another limit. 3 fish today. £4, 12 ounces on those, Cole, all the way up to 3rd place. 3rd place on the non-boater side. Good job, Cole. Coming up next, Jimbo Collins out of West Virginia. Jimbo's got 4 for us today. £5, 8 ounces on those. 5 pounds, 8 ounces. Yep. Thank you. Thanks, Jimbo. Appreciate you, sir. Coming up next, moving right along, non-boater out of Alabama, Richard White. Currently in 31st place. Looking for 5 pounds, 2 ounces to jump into the lead on the non-boater side. £7 pounds, 6 ounces, all the way up to first place. Richard White all the way up to first place on the non-boater side. 2-day total weight, 13 pounds, 1 ounce. And Alabama just snuck into the top 3. Coming up next, Adam Hathcock out of North Carolina. Adam bringing us a 5 fish limit. 8 pounds even on those, Adam. 8 pounds even. 2-day total weight, 16 pounds, 13 ounces. Coming up next, Chris Lanier out of Tennessee. Chris bringing us 3. £3, 14 ounces on those, Chris. £3, 14 ounces. Thank you, sir. Coming up next, Jonathan Harris out of Alabama. Bring us a 5 fish limit on the boater side. Little better today?
A little bit.
8 pounds, 4 ounces. 8 pounds, 4 ounces on the boater side. Thank you, Jonathan. Coming up next, Jason Brown. Jason out of Kentucky. Got us one today. Started the day, sitting in 23rd right now. Let's see how far this one's going to get you up that leaderboard. 2 pounds, 1 ounce. 2 pounds, 1 ounce for you, Jason. 5th place currently. See how long it holds out. Coming up next, John Holtman. John coming out of Georgia. What up? 58th place, bringing us 5 fish. 8 pounds even, all the way up to 2nd place. 2nd place on the boater side.
I know it's not going to last.
He says he knows that's not going to last, but a good start. Coming up next, Will Sigmund out of West Virginia. Will sitting in 8th place. 8th place right now. 3 fish. Will looking for 5 pounds, 6 ounces to take over the non-boater lead. £6, 1 ounce, all the way up to first place. 2 really good days for Will. First place overall, first place on his state team. And right now, West Virginia is climbing those overall team rankings. Great job, Will. Another non-boater out of Georgia, Gianpaolo Amendola. Bringing us 3 fish today. A little bit better day?
Better day, yeah. Better day.
Yes, it is. 5 pounds, 11 ounces. 5 pounds, 11 ounces all the way up to 4th place. 4th place, 2-day total, 10 pounds, 3 ounces. Coming up next, Jack White, Alabama boater. 5 fish for us today. Started the day with 8 pounds, 13 ounces. How much are we going to add to that?
About 9 maybe.
Says he's got about the same. Looks like a pretty good day. 9 pounds, 10 ounces all the way up to 2nd place on the boater side. Currently, 2-day total weight, 18 pounds, 7 ounces. Jack White. All the way up to 2nd place. 2nd place on the boater side. 2-day total weight, 18 pounds, 7 ounces. Thank you, Jack. See if that'll hold out for you. Bill Roche out of Tennessee. Bill's bringing us 5 today. Looks like a little bit better day.
A little better.
7 pounds, 8 ounces for you, Bill. 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you fishing with us. Coming up next, Christopher Curvin. Chris coming out of Alabama. Looks like we got a couple Alabama boaters in a row right here. Chris bringing us 3 on the non-boater side. Had 3.9 to start the day. Lot better day. 7 pounds, 11 ounces. All the way up to 3rd place. Coming up next, another non-boater out of Alabama, Curtis Gossett. Curtis bringing us 3 fish today. All right. 7 pounds, 1 ounce. All the way up to 3rd place for Curtis. Curtis with a 2-day total weight, 11 pounds, 11 ounces on the non-boater side. Sitting in a good place, good bit of weigh-in left, but we'll see how long it'll hold out for you, Curtis. Thank you. Coming up next, Nick Godwin out of North Carolina. Nick on the boater side. £6 pounds, 7 ounces on those, Nick. 6 pounds, 7 ounces. Thank you. Coming up next, Mississippi boater Skipper Smith. Skipper brought us 9 pounds, 13 ounces yesterday. 8 pounds, 9 ounces on those. 8 pounds, 9 ounces. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Douglas kind of showed out for us a little bit. We went out and caught all the big bags, but there's been a lot of fish caught, so everybody ought to be proud of that. And Dandridge was an excellent host.
They're right there. I think they heard you, Skipper. Thank you. Huge shout out to our host. And it sure has. There's been a ton of fish caught this week. Coming up next, Ed Rios out of Tennessee. Ed's bringing us 3. 5 pounds, 2 ounces yesterday. About the same or a little better?
A little better, probably. I hope.
How about exactly the same? 5 pounds, 2 ounces again. 2-day total weight, 10-4. Got him in 6th place right now. Thanks, Ed. Coming up next, Hunter Silverstrom, Tennessee non-boater. Hunter brought us 4-4 yesterday. Looks like a lot better day today.
Yeah, definitely a lot better day today.
Lot better. Watch out. 8 pounds, 4 ounces on the non-boater side. 8 pounds, 4 ounces got him sitting in 3rd place currently. 8 pounds, 4 ounces. 2-day total weight, 12-8. Right over there. Big comeback today for Hunter. Keith Broyles, Tennessee boater. Keith bringing us 5 more. Needs 10 pounds, 15 ounces to take over the lead.
Not going to happen, I don't think.
Not quite going to happen. 9 pounds, 11 ounces moves him all the way up into 2nd place. 2nd place currently. Right there. Guy in the green shirt. Keith, we'll see how long that holds out. Coming up next, Kim Giddens out of Alabama. Kim, one of our lady anglers this week. 3 fish again for us today. Sitting in 40th currently. 5 pounds even all the way to 7th place. 7th place.
Cool.
And right over there in front of the camera. Camera guy's in the green shirt. I was telling you, camera guy's in the green shirt. 2 pound, 5 pounds even today, 7th place currently. We'll see how long that holds out for you, Kim. Coming up next, Christopher Childers, West Virginia boater. And again, so far, West Virginia's been rocketing up that overall team leaderboard today. Bringing us 4 more here. 6 pounds even for you, Chris. 6 pounds even. Thank you. Yeah, you can grab them. Thank you, Chris. Next up, Craig Owens out of Virginia. Craig's bringing us 5. And Virginia's looking to pad their lead here on the overall. And Craig's looking to punch his ticket to tomorrow. 8 pounds, 10 ounces on those. 8 pounds, 10 ounces on those, Craig. Got you sitting in 3rd place right now. Chris Schrader, non-boater out of Florida. Chris bringing us 3. Looks like a little bit better day. 5 pounds, 14 ounces for you, Chris. 5 pounds, 14 ounces. Thank you. Coming up next, James Crook. James Crook, South Carolina boater, non-boater. Good, good. James sitting in 26th place right now, looking for 7-4 to take over the lead on the non-boater side. Think you got it? 5 pounds, 12 ounces, 4th place. 4th place currently. 2-day total weight, 12.6 for you, James. Christopher Brummett, boater out of Georgia, bringing us 5 more today. See how far up the leaderboard we can get you here, Chris. £7 pounds, 7 ounces. Sitting in 9th place currently. Coming up next, Travis Luger out of the state of Virginia. Travis sitting in 30th place right now. Looking for 9-10 to take over the lead.
Yeah, I ain't got that.
£8 pounds, 13 ounces all the way up into 2nd place. Yep. 2-day total, 20 pounds and 11 ounces. Travis sitting in 1st place on his state team. Virginia dropped down a little bit right here at the start of the weigh-in, but it looks like they're climbing back up. 3rd place overall right now. Coming up next, Michael Belter out of North Carolina. Michael bringing us 5 fish today. 12-12 to start the day, looking for 9-6. 7-15 for you, Michael. 5th place right now. See how long that'll hold for you, Michael. Ryan Bearden out of Georgia. Ryan bringing us 2 on the non-boater side today. 2 fish for you, Ryan. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. Thank you, sir. Coming up next, Joel Noble. Joel's coming out of Tennessee. Oh, Mississippi. Lord. Looking at the right screen, obviously. 6 pounds, 3 ounces for you, Joel. 6 pounds, 3 ounces. 16th place currently. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. Todd Malicote out of Tennessee. Todd's bringing us 3. 3 more for Todd today. 2 pounds, 15 ounces on those 3, Todd. Thank you. Coming up next, Jeff Kitchens. Jeff Kitchens out of Alabama. Jeff says it was a tough day.
Yeah, it was tough. I made some bad decisions today, and it showed.
4 pounds, 3 ounces for you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Coming up next, Mike Burchett. Virginia non-boater. Bringing us 2 fish today. Mike sitting in 25th place, 2 fish today. Let's see just how far up the leaderboard we can get you. 3 pounds, 2 ounces, got you sitting in 11th. A lot of weigh-in left. We'll see how long it'll hold for you. Coming up next, John Mayo, boater out of North Carolina. John's bringing us 5 more today. 9 pounds, 2 ounces, all the way up to 8th place currently. Thank you, John. Coming up next, Dale Robertson. Dale Robertson out of Mississippi, non-boater. Bring us a 3-fish non-boater limit. Looking for 6'11" to take over the lead. 6 pounds, 12 ounces, all the way up into first place for Mr. Dale Robertson. Dale Robertson, 2-day total weight, 13 pounds, 15 ounces. First place on the non-boater side. Yep, kind of put the small one in there. Yep. Small one. Gonna get a weight on a big bass. 3 pounds even, 3 pounds even. Thank you, Dale. Coming up next, John Weiss out of North Carolina. John's bringing us 5 fish today. Nine pounds, 2 ounces for John. All the way up into 9th place for you, John. 9th place currently. Two-day total weight, 17 pounds, 5 ounces. 2-day total weight, 17, 5. 9th place currently. See if that'll hold out for you, John. Coming up next, non-boater out of Florida, Ray Trudeau. Hey, Ray, good to see you again. 3 fish for Mr. Ray today. 4 pounds, 8 ounces, 4 pounds, 8 ounces. Brad Weiss, Virginia boater, bringing us a 5-fish limit. Brad says he's got a pretty good one. 12 pounds, 13 ounces, and Brad just took over the lead on the boater side. All the way up to first place, 2-day total weight, 22 pounds, 12 ounces. Yeah, get your picture first, then we'll weigh a big one. It's 5'6".
Oh, it's 5'6".
Yeah. And again, if you're in the top 20 boaters after the end of the day, we're going to have a short meeting at the conclusion of weigh-in for the guys that make the cut till tomorrow. So if all you state presidents and state reps out there would help me out, round up your anglers if they made the cut. We're going to have a meeting right here under this tent at the conclusion of weigh-in. Thank you, Brad. Coming up next, non-boater out of Alabama, Bo Terrell. Bo's bringing us 1 today. Tough day.
Yep.
1 pound, 10 ounces on that one, Bo. Thank you. Now, another Alabama non-boater, Lucas Thornton. Lucas bringing us 2 today. 2 fish for Lucas. A little bit tougher day.
Yeah, I just didn't get the bites I did like I did yesterday.
3 pounds, 9 ounces. 3 pounds, 9 ounces for you, Lucas. Thank you. Tennessee non-boater, Rod Gentry. Rod's bringing us 2. Two pounds, 15 ounces on those, Rod. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Mike Jackson out of Florida. Mike's bringing us 3 fish today. 3 pounds, 7 ounces on those 3, Mike. 3 pounds, 7 ounces. Coming up next, Mark Bell out of Kentucky. Mark had a good start to yesterday, 11-1. 5 pounds, 2 ounces today for you, Mark. 5 pounds, 2 ounces. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Coming up next, Justin Stam out of North Carolina. North Carolina sitting in second place in the team overall right now. 2 pounds, 5 ounces. 2 pounds, 5 ounces. Coming up next, Josh Ankrum out of West Virginia. Non-boater, bringing us three fish limit. Good limit, 6 pounds, 13 ounces, all the way up into 6th place for you, Josh. Next up, Mississippi boater, Jeffrey Lawson. Jeffrey's got us 5 today. 5 small ones, he says. 5 pounds, 9 ounces. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. Coming up next, Jordan Card, your day 1 leader. Jordan bringing us another 5 fish limit today. Needs 7 pounds, 14 ounces to take over the lead. Think you got it?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. 13 pounds, 2 ounces, all the way up to 1st place. Jordan Card, 2-day total weight, 28 pounds and an ounce. 28 pounds and an ounce, and your day 2 leader. Looks like you backed it up. Think you got one more day in you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I culled a lot today, so I mean, I feel good about tomorrow. Just this lake's fishing so tough right now. I mean, for 13 pounds to be a quote unquote decent bag just shows you kind of how it's fishing. It's really tough.
Tough out there, but looks like you cracked the code. See if you can do it one more day. Thank you, Jordan. Coming up next, Jeff Willman. Bringing us 2 fish today. Jeff residing in the state of Georgia. 3 pounds, 10 ounces for you, Jeff. 3 pounds, 10 ounces. Thank you, sir. Coming up next, South Carolina boater Gary Pope. Gary's had a good start to his day yesterday, 12 pounds, 13 ounces, currently in 26th place, but it looks like these 5 fish are going to move you on up that leaderboard.
Let's hope so.
11 pounds, 11 ounces, all the way up to 2nd place. Yeah, let you get a picture, yeah. Gary Pope, 2-day total weight, 24 pounds and 8 ounces. 24 pounds, 8 ounces. 2nd place for that South Carolina boater. Talk for a minute. Just bring your bag. Second place, right where you want to be, chasing a little bit, but think you got another day in you?
I don't know if I got another day. I'm going to probably have to look for some fresh water tomorrow. But I know what I'm looking for, and I'll go hit it as I find it.
Says he's got him a pretty good pattern. He's going to run it all over this lake. Thank you, Gary. Coming up next, non-boater out of Florida, Mr. Dean Jones. Dean had a really good start to his day yesterday. He had 7:10 coming into the day. 4 pounds, 2 ounces for you, Dean. 4 pounds, 2 ounces. A little tougher day, but got you sitting in 7th place.
Awesome. Hope I can stay.
Says he hopes he's going to stay. Well, we got a long way in left. Coming up next, Mel Biggs out of Tennessee. On the boater side, Mel bringing us 4 today. 4 today for you. 4 pounds, 10 ounces for you, Mel. 4 pounds, 10 ounces. Coming up next, Keith Thompson out of North Carolina. North Carolina sitting in 3rd place right now in those team standings. Let's see. Keith said this is going to help. 5 pounds, 14 ounces. 5 pounds, 14 ounces. Right over there. Guy in the green shirt. Thank you, Keith. Mark Jones, Mississippi boater. Mark's bringing us 5. Had 9 pounds, 2 ounces yesterday. Think you got that today?
I don't think I got quite that much today. Maybe a little bit less.
Fold it up. Yep, just like that. Perfect. Mark brought us in some really lively ones here. Get these locked in. 9 pounds, 6 ounces. 9 pounds, 6 ounces for you, Mark. Said he thought he didn't have what he had yesterday, but he did. He had 4 ounces more. 2-day total weight, 18 pounds, 8 ounces. Got Mark sitting in 9th place currently. 9th place currently. Mark's probably going to be sitting right on that cut line. 18 pounds, 8 ounces. Coming up next, non-boater out of South Carolina, Ethan Monk. Ethan bringing us 3 fish today. He had 5 pounds, 3 ounces yesterday. 5 pounds even today, 14th place for you, Ethan. Two-day total weight for Ethan, 10 pounds, 3 ounces. Thank you, sir. Coming up next, John Williams, North Carolina boater. Again, North Carolina still sitting in 3rd place. 3rd place overall. All right. This should help. 11 pounds, 2 ounces. John all the way up to 4th place. And he just jumped North Carolina into the lead. John sitting in 4th place. 2-day total weight, 21.14. Coming up next, Virginia non-boater Brian Guckert. Brian bringing us 3 more today. Had 5.13 yesterday. A little better day?
Not really.
4 pounds, 11 ounces for you, Brian. 4 pounds, 11 ounces. Thank you. Coming up next, Kentucky boater Brandon Wolf. Bringing us 5 today. 8.11 yesterday. 7.14 for you today. 7 pounds, 14 ounces for you, Brandon. Coming up next, Jeremy Barbour out of Mississippi, non-boater. Had 1 yesterday, bringing us 2 today. 3 pounds, 8 ounces for you, Jeremy. Thank you. Coming up next, Nolan Bunnell. On the non-boater side out of Kentucky, 1 fish for us today. £1 pounds, 1 ounce for you, Nolan. 1-1. Next up, Brian Baker out of Tennessee. Brian's bringing us a 5 fish limit. Tennessee is currently sitting in 2nd place in the team standings. 8 pounds, 4 ounces for you. And Tennessee jumped back into the lead. Tennessee jumped back into the lead. Thank you, Brian. Coming up next, Peter Byerly, Kentucky boater. Peter's bringing us a 5 fish limit. 10-4 yesterday. 9 pounds, 13 ounces. 9 pounds, 13 ounces, all the way up into 10th place right now. Pete. Grant Harris, North Carolina non-boater. Grant's bringing us 3. Had 6-9 yesterday. Looking for 7-7 to take over the non-boater lead. 5 pounds, 14 ounces, all the way up to 5th place. 5th place for Grant Harris. Grant Harris, 2-day total weight, 12 pounds, 7 ounces. Coming up next, Nathan Dellinger, North Carolina boater. Nathan bringing us 5 more today. Better day?
No.
Says it was not a better day. 7 pounds, 11 ounces. 7 pounds, 11 ounces. Thank you, Nathan. Coming up next, Bobby Johnson out of South Carolina. Bobby bringing us 3 more on the non-boater side. Good start for him yesterday, 5'11". See how far we can move you up this leaderboard. 4 pounds, 2 ounces for you, Bobby. 4-2. Thank you. 18th place currently. Coming up next, Robin Rogers out of South Carolina. Robin bringing us 3 fish, non-boater. 3 pounds, 15 ounces for you, Robin. 3 pounds, 15 ounces. Next up, Justin Durham, Georgia boater. 3 fish today, 3 fish. Tougher day out there.
Absolutely.
4 pounds, 4 ounces on those for you, Justin. Thank you. Coming up next, Jason Cheek. Another Georgia boater, 5 bass limit for Jason today. Had 11-1 yesterday, 11-1. Looks like a decent bag today. Yes, it is. 11-7 all the way up to 4th place currently. Jason all the way up to 4th place. 22 pounds, 8 ounce today total. Over there. Cameraman's over there. Have to go stand over there. Jason Cheek. 4th place currently for coming up next, Alabama non-boater Dylan Cornelius. Dylan bringing us 3. 5-5 yesterday. Looks like a pretty good day today as well. 5 pounds, 12 ounces all the way up into 11th place. Thank you, Dylan. Brad McCarthy, Georgia boater. 4 fish for you today, Brad. Six pounds, 14 ounces. 6 pounds, 14 ounces. Thank you. Rich Jordan out of Kentucky. Rich bringing us 3. Good start yesterday. 5-14. 4-3 today. 4-3 for you, Rich. 20th place. Thank you, Richard. Coming up next, South Carolina boater Reed McDowell. Reed bringing us 5 today. 7 pounds, 4 ounces for you, Reed. Thank you. Jacob Crapew coming up next out of Kentucky, non-boater. Bring us 1 fish today. Who you got with you today?
It's Boy River.
River again. He made his, he didn't want to talk yesterday. 1 pound even on that one, Jacob. 1 pound even. Thank you. Charles Anderson, North Carolina non-boater. Charles bringing us 3. Had 4-7 yesterday. Little better day?
Yes, sir.
Lot better day. 7 pounds even all the way up into 10th place. Charles Anderson out of North Carolina. Guy in the green shirt. 2-day total. 2-day total weight 11-7. Thank you, Charles. Nick Coleman, boater out of Kentucky. Nick's bringing us 5 today. 5 today. Five fish, Nick Coleman. 9 pounds, 8 ounces. All the way up into 8th place. Nick sitting in 8th place currently. 20 pounds, 10 ounces. We'll see if it'll hold out. We've got 77 guys weighed in. Coming up next, Mississippi boater Caleb McCaffrey. Caleb bringing us 5 fish today. Caleb bringing us 5. 7 pounds, 8 ounces on those 5. Thank you, Caleb. Caleb bringing his 2 boys across the stage. 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Coming up next, Tennessee non-boater, Mr. Tommy Thompson. He looked at me and said, it's not going to be pretty. 1 fish today. 1 fish today. 11 ounces on that one, but unfortunately that penalty's going to hurt you a little bit. Thank you, Tommy. Coming up next, Dustin Holland, West Virginia boater. Dustin had a great start. 12 pounds, 11 ounces yesterday. Looks like another good bag today. Yes, it is. 13 pounds and 1 ounce. 13 pounds and an ounce all the way up to second place for Dustin, West Virginia boater. Out to the right there, guy in the green shirt. They need to wear the same color shirts every day, don't they? Dustin getting his picture taken by our bass photographer, Logan Crumley. Big shout out to Logan. Dustin sitting in second place, 2-day total weight, 25 pounds, 12 ounces. Coming up next is non-boater out of Alabama, Cole Williams. Cole bringing us 3.54 yesterday. Right there in the center, Cole. Make sure all our viewers back home on Bassmaster.com can see you. 3 pounds, 14 ounces. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
My wife for coming to see me. That's about it.
Where's she at? Where's she at? Oh, they got a poodle. If you want to pet a dog, you can go pet that one. They said no. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. No, doesn't like pets. Next up, Daniel Jackson out of South Carolina. Daniel Jackson, 5 fish today on the boater side. 8 pounds, 9 ounces for you, Daniel. Thank you. Coming up next, Tom Borish out of Tennessee, non-boater. Tom bringing us 3. 3 pounds, 2 ounces yesterday. A little better day today.
Yes.
Lot better day. 5 pounds, 15 ounces for you, Tom. 5.15, Tom. Thank you. Coming up next, David Koosh out of West Virginia. David bringing us 3 fish. Had 9-1 yesterday. 5 pounds, 15 ounces today. Thank you, Jason.
You got my name right now?
He's taking a picture. Go put him back in the phone. Coming up next, Florida non-boater Scott LaFave. Scott bringing us 1 today.
Yeah, I had a really good time.
2 pounds, 4 ounces for you, Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you. Coming up next, Ed Powell, West Virginia boater. Ed's bringing us 5. 9.6 yesterday. 9.6 yesterday. Let's see how far this bag will get you up the leaderboard.
Not far enough.
8 pounds, 4 ounces, 19th place currently. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate you. Coming up next, Zach Leach out of North Carolina. Zach bringing us 3, non-boater side. 5 pounds, 13 ounces, and all the way up to 3rd place. You can get a picture. Let him get a picture. You want to? I mean, you're in 3rd.
I guess. Might as well.
We're about halfway done. So I would assume you're in tomorrow. We'll find out. Zach, 2-day total, 13 pounds, 9 ounces. Third place on the non-boater side. Looks like he's going to be fishing tomorrow. Richard Hodges. Virginia boater. 2 fish for us today. Looks like he's got his son here with him today. 3 pounds even for you, Richard. Coming up next, Mississippi boater John Dale Robertson. John Dale had 5 pounds, 14 ounces yesterday. 2 more to add to that today. A little tougher day, huh?
It was tough. Very tough.
2 pounds, 10 ounces. 2 pounds, 10 ounces for you, John Dale. Next up, Alabama boater, Mr. Lee Bird. Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'd like to say thanks and for my wife, Emily, my 3 kids, Lauren, Elizabeth, and Langdon, and all the guys at the Birmingham Bass Club. They all support me when I go off and do these things. So thanks to those guys.
Well, we sure do appreciate them letting you come and be up here with us. 9 pounds, 12 ounces got you sitting in 7th place currently, Lee. 7th place currently. 7th place currently for Lee. 2-day total weight, 21 pounds, 12 ounces. And again, if you guys are standing on the far side of the fence, if we could, please move out of the road. We got to keep that road clear. We got to keep that road clear. Get as close to the fence as you can. Get as close to the fence as you can. Thank you. Coming up next, Alabama boater Miles Palmer. Miles bringing us 5 today. 9-8 yesterday. Seven pounds, 14 ounces. 7 pounds, 14 ounces for you, Miles. Coming up next, Mississippi non-boater, Heath Willard. Heath bringing us 3 more. 3 today. 4-7 yesterday. 4-11 today for you, Heath. 4-11 today. Coming up next, non-boater, another Kentucky non-boater, Jermaine Robinson. Had 5-11 yesterday. 5-11 today. 3 more to go with it. 3 pounds, 11 ounces for you, Jermaine. Thank you, man. Good to see you. Coming up next, Mr. Sid Ryan, your Virginia State President. Sid, 8-2 yesterday. 5 more today. About the same.
A little less. Everything changed. I caught all my fish on a drop shot. So if any of my friends are watching, they know how tough it was if I was throwing a drop shot.
Says he's not a finesse guy. 6 pounds, 4 ounces for Sid. We sure do appreciate all the work he does back home in the state of Virginia. Yeah, you can do it. Sid's gonna grab a quick picture. Thank you, Sid. Appreciate you, man. Coming up next, Abe Collins out of West Virginia. Abe's bringing us 5 today. Had 6 pounds, 10 ounces yesterday. £6 pounds, 5 ounces for you, Abe. Good to see you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Coming up next, Travis Colbreth had 7 pounds and 6 ounces yesterday. Looking to back that up. 1 fish today. A lot tougher day, man.
Yeah, pretty tough. I had that 1 bite and caught the 1 fish, so.
1 bite and he caught it. 2 pounds, 8 ounces for you, Travis. I could, but I just clicked away. Sorry, man. Coming up next, Virginia boater Jacob Lee. Jacob Lee, 12-2 yesterday. 5 to go with it today. 5 to go with it. Says he's got a good one, so watch out. Another good day. 12 pounds, 15 ounces for Jacob Lee from Virginia. All the way up to third place. Yeah, go get a picture with him, and then we'll put the big one in my bag and put the small one back in Rick's bag. Oh, come on, fish. 4 pounds and an ounce on that one, Jacob. But sitting in third place, right where you want to be.
Yeah, pretty good day today. Fortunate enough to get that one big bite. Hopefully we can do it again tomorrow.
Yep, looks like you're going to be right in there. 2-day total weight, 25 pounds and an ounce for Jacob Lee out of Virginia. Coming up next, Evan Newell out of Florida. Evan's got 3 for us. Didn't see Evan yesterday, but 3 today. Looks like it was a better day for Evan. Yes, it was. 7 pounds, 7 ounces for Evan Newell. Evan, another one of the Florida high school anglers, Florida Bass Nation high school program. We got several high school anglers from a couple different states this week. Always love seeing those guys come across the Bass Nation stage. Good job, Evan. I think Evan's got to get back home and get to graduation. Coming up next, Kenneth Ellis. Mr. Ken Ellis from South Carolina. Ken's got 5 for us today. 7-7 yesterday. 7-8 today for you, Ken. 7-8 today.
Yeah, I'm consistent.
Says he's consistent. Thanks for fishing with us, Ken. Appreciate it, man. Coming up next, Benjamin Sarno out of Georgia. On the non-boater side, Benjamin bringing us 3 more today. 3 more today. 5-3 yesterday. Let's see if we can upgrade a little bit. 5 pounds even. 5 pounds even. 19th place right on the bubble, man. Next up, Kevin Walton. Virginia boater. Kevin had a really good start yesterday. 14-14 yesterday. Said he thought he could do it again, and looks like he sure did have a good day. Looking for 13-4 to take over the lead. 15 pounds even! Kevin Walton into the lead! Kevin Walton, 2-day total weight, 29 pounds. 14 ounces. Over there. Guy in the green shirt. Here, come talk to me. 2 good days you put together. 2-day total weight, 29-14. You got one more day in you?
I hope so. It all surprised me because my best day of practice, I had 8 pounds maybe. So I ditched everything I did in practice, just do what I like to do, and they bit.
Well, it's working out so far. We'll see if you can do it for one more day and punch your ticket to the Bass Nation Championship. Coming up next, West Virginia non-boater Brian Hill. Brian rode out with Kevin today. Had 6-13 yesterday. Another good day. 5 pounds, 7 ounces for Brian, all the way up into 8th place currently. You want to get a picture? All right. 8th place currently for Brian. We'll see. We weighed about half of the anglers. Brian is right where he needs to be. Coming up next, David Ottoman. Mississippi boater, bringing us 5 today. Little better day.
Little bit better day. Want to say hi to my mom, my dad, my wife watching.
Thanks to the guys at Riptide Outdoors. And I'd like to thank Jody. She's the one that brought up some baits for me that I requested. Brought them all the way up from Brandon, Mississippi, the day before the tournament, and that's how I caught them.
Well, you got to thank that. We sure do appreciate having you, Dave. 9 pounds, 8 ounces on those. 9 pounds, 8 ounces. Jeff Gospel out of Kentucky. Jeff had a good day yesterday. 7-4 on the non-boater side. 3 more to go with it. 4 pounds, 8 ounces, sitting in 11th place. 11th place currently, Jeff. Thank you. Next up, West Virginia boater, Lyle Atkins. Lyle bringing us 5. 7-4 yesterday. 9 pounds even today, Lyle. 9 pounds even. A little better day.
Yeah, it was a little better day on the water, but I want to give a shout out to Bass Nation West Virginia. All the members support this program, but most of all, me and my co-angler was talking, this is the only sport that you can come out and make great friends from all over the United States. And I want to, all the Bass Nation members from West Virginia, let them know I'm going to be offering free hot air balloon rides Monday. Oh, my God.
Free hot air balloon rides for West Virginia. Good to have you, Lyle. Coming up next, James Kilby out of Georgia. Looks like a lot of these boaters might be moving to West Virginia. 2 fish today for you, James. 3 pounds, 10 ounces. 3 pounds, 10 ounces. Thank you.
Lyle's been trying to offer me boat rides. I mean, not boat rides. I'm sorry. Hot air balloon rides all day, guys. So West Virginia guys, take advantage of that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Also, I want to echo his sentiments too about Bass Nation. This is the first tournament that I've fished regionally. I've met some great men and great fishermen from multiple states. I want to give a shout out to everybody at home, Kelly, Mom, friends and family. Love y'all and see y'all soon.
Well, we hope to see you again, and that is what we love about Bass Nation. Coming up next, Jarrett Hughes out of South Carolina. Jarrett had 6.9 yesterday. 3 more to go with it on the non-boater side. 3 more for Jarrett. Let's see how far up the leaderboard we can get him. 5 pounds, 11 ounces, all the way up to 9th place. 9th place for Jarrett. Guy in the green shirt. You got to go over there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Jarrett Hughes, 9th place, 2-day total weight, 12 pounds, 4 ounces. Richard Moyth. I messed it up again, didn't I? 5 fish today, 5 fish for Richard. 8 pounds even, 8 pounds even. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
I just want to thank the Kentucky Bass Nation. I've had a great time fishing with them. It's really been a lot of fun, and I've made a lot of good friends here.
Well, we sure do appreciate you fishing with us, Richard. Thank you. Coming up next, Mississippi boater Sam Jenkins. Sam bringing us 5 fish today, 9.2 yesterday. Did we do a little better?
It's going to be close.
A little better. 10-4 got you in 17th place currently. 17th place currently for Sam Jenkins. And you took over your state team lead. First place on your state team, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you. See if that holds out the rest of the way in. Coming up next, non-boater out of Virginia, Joshua Hall. Josh bringing us 3 today. 3 today. 4 pounds even yesterday. Big day for Josh. 7 pounds, 2 ounces. 7 pounds, 2 ounces for the Virginia non-boater, Josh Hall. Josh with that 2-day total 11-2 jumped up into 16th place. He also jumped Virginia back into the lead for the overall state team. Next up, North Carolina non-boater Danny Hayes. Danny, 5'8" yesterday, 3 more to go with it today.
It was good. We caught a bunch of fish, but just couldn't get a real large fish today. I just appreciate what everybody does here.
Well, we appreciate you, Danny. 5-1 on those, 5-1 on those 3. Danny sitting in 20th place, right on the bubble, right on the bubble. North Carolina non-boater Danny Hayes. 2-day total weight, 10 pounds and 9 ounces. Thank you, Danny. Coming up next, Ted Milby out of Kentucky. Ted had 10 pounds even yesterday, 5 to go along with it today. Little better day or about the same?
About the same, a little harder to find the quality. A little hard to find the quality.
8 pounds, 7 ounces for you, Ted. Thank you, sir. 20th place right now. Parker Brogan out of Virginia. Parker bringing us 3 today. £5 pounds, 13 ounces for you, Parker. Thank you. 29th place. 29th place. Coming up next out of Florida, Mr. Michael Catt. Michael had 9.13 yesterday, 9.13. 9 pounds, 6 ounces. Got you sitting in 8th place right now. 18th place. Right on the bow. A lot of guys to weigh in.
Yeah, there's still a lot more to weigh in, but that's good. I feel confident about that. I mean, if it is what it is, and if I fall out, I fall out. But, hey, I want to thank everybody for coming out, too. This is a great event. I mean, but thank you for putting it on here. And I like this fishery. This fishery is new to me. I've never been here before, but I like it. And I want to thank all my sponsors, even if I don't make day 3. Big shout out to Bruiser Baits, 44 Tackle, Arc Rods, Phoenix, Mercury, Power Pole. They take me around this whole country wherever I go. So just want to say thanks, and hopefully I'll make day 3.
Well, we'll find out. Sitting in first place on the Florida State team right now. So we'll find out if you make it. 2-day total weight for Michael, 19.3, 18th place, right on that bubble. Coming up next, Tristan Garriga out of Mississippi. Tristan bringing us 3 fish today. Had 3.5 yesterday, but looks like a little bit better day today.
A lot better today. It was definitely tough, but we just got the right ones to bite.
A lot better day. 8 pounds, 6 ounces for Tristan, all the way up into 13th place on the non-boater side. $11.11, 2-day total weight for Tristan. Coming up next, Alabama boater Keith Glasgow. Keith bringing us 5.13 yesterday. Better day today, huh?
Yeah, a lot better today. I messed up yesterday, and I had some struggling, and I threw them back before I even had a limit, and then didn't catch a limit.
Well, that's how it goes. 10 pounds, 10 ounces for you today. Man, we sure do appreciate you. Thank you, Keith. Next up, Eric Cerny out of Georgia. Eric with 5 today. 9 pounds, 6 ounces yesterday. 9 pounds, 9 ounces. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
To my kids, Graham, Millie, Stella, and Nora. What's up?
They're going to be watching back home, Eric. 9 pounds, 9 ounces. Thank you. Coming up next, Larry Witt. Non-boater out of Virginia. Larry bringing us 3 today. Had a really good day yesterday. 8 pounds and 1 ounce. Larry looking for 5.15 to take over the lead. 6 pounds, 1 ounce on the non-boater side. Larry Witt. Yeah, get a picture. Right out to the right, guy in the green shirt. Larry Witt, first place on the non-boater side. 14 pounds and 2 ounces. Looks like Larry's going to punch his ticket into our top 20 in first place. Coming up next, Lane Bailey. Lane Bailey, North Carolina boater. 9 pounds, 11 ounces yesterday for you, Lane. 9 pounds, 9 ounces today. 9-9. Got you sitting in 18th place currently. Next up, Matt Lukin, Kentucky non-boater. Matt's bringing us 3 fish today. 5 pounds, 7 ounces to start the day. Looking for 8-12 to take over the lead. 7 pounds and 6 ounces all the way up to 6th place for you, Matt. Good job. Matt Lukin, 2-day total weight, 12 pounds, 13 ounces, sitting in 6th place. Only about 80 guys left to weigh. Matt's sitting in a really good spot. Coming up next, Chad Warnall out of Mississippi. Mississippi boater here. 5 fish for us today. Better day?
A little better, I think. Hopefully.
10 pounds, 10 ounces for you, Chad. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
Say hi to the folks at home and enjoy my time. Awesome lake up here. Had a good time.
Well, you're sitting in 2nd place on your state team right now, so we'll see if it'll hold out. Coming up next, Roger McPherson Jr. out of Georgia. Mr. Dale bringing us 1 to go with his from yesterday. 1-1 for you, Dale. Thank you. Anybody want to say hello or thank you too? Sounds good, man. We sure do appreciate it, Dale. Coming up next, Zeke Gossett. Zeke had a good start yesterday. 13 pounds, 12 ounces. Looks like another good day today.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
12 pounds, 13 ounces for Zeke Gossett out of Alabama, all the way up into 3rd place. 3rd place for the Alabama boater. Zeke Gossett, 12 pounds, 13 ounces today, 2-day total weight, 26 pounds and 9 ounces. Got him sitting in 3rd place currently. And with that, Alabama just took over the overall team lead. Coming up next, Mr. Michael Davis out of Florida. 3 fish for you, Michael. 5-9 yesterday. 5-9 yesterday.
5-9, hopefully today.
Says 5-9 again. How about another pound? 6 pounds and 9 ounces. 6 pounds and 9 ounces. 13th place for Michael. Michael jumped into 1st place on his state team. 1st place on the non-boater side out of the state of Florida for Michael Davis. Michael, 13th place currently. 2-day total weight, 12-2, 12-2. See if that'll hold out for you, Michael. Coming up next, Greg Faulkner out of South Carolina. 5 fish for us today, Greg. 8-4 yesterday. A little bit better day today, maybe?
Just a little bit.
Little bit better indeed. 10 pounds and 4 ounces for you, Greg. 10 pounds and 4 ounces. Thank you. 2nd place right now in your state team. Again, remember, if you're making the cut for tomorrow, I need you guys to hang out. We're going to have a quick meeting under these tents at the conclusion of weigh-in. If you make the cut for tomorrow, boaters and non-boaters are going to have a quick meeting under the tent. So please hang around. Coming up next, J.J. Morse, North Carolina non-boater. JJ had a good start. 6 pounds, 15 ounces yesterday. 3 more to add to that today.
It's a good day.
Another good day, he says. 5 pounds, 10 ounces. 7th place currently. 7th place currently for JJ Morse. J.J. Moore, 7th place. Thank you. Coming up next, Kentucky boater Brian Carroll. Brian Carroll, 12 even yesterday. 12 even yesterday. 5 more today. 9 pounds, 6 ounces for you. Sitting in 12th place currently. 12th place currently, Brian. And also you just 12th place. 2-day total weight, 21.6.
I'd like to say hi to my wife, Jenny, and Granny, and my mom and dad. Thank you all for the support.
Well, hopefully they can see you tomorrow. We're going to find out here in just a little while. Brian also jumped into first place on the Kentucky State team on the boater side. Coming up next, Roland Burton. Roland Burton, Virginia non-boater. 3 fish today. 3 fish for you, Roland. 4 pounds, 13 ounces. 4 pounds, 13 ounces. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
I want to say hi to my family. Thanks for all your support. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Roland. We appreciate them as well. Coming up next, James Graves out of Virginia. 10-5 yesterday for James. 5 more today. Let's see how far we can get you up the leaderboard. 9 pounds, 15 ounces for you, James. 9:15. 16th place currently. 16th place currently. It's going to be close. Going to be close. 20 pounds and 4 ounces for James. 16th place currently. Next up, Wyatt Powell out of West Virginia. Wyatt, West Virginia non-boater. 5-2 yesterday. 3 more to go with it today. 4 pounds, 4 ounces for you, Wyatt. 4 pounds, 4 ounces for you. Thank you. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
Yeah, wife back home and all the rest of the family for all the support and let me do this whenever I want.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you again, Wyatt. Coming up next, Wayne Pittman. Wayne bringing us 5 fish today. 5 fish. 10-6 yesterday. 10-6 yesterday. Tougher day. 5 pounds, 10 ounces, but man, made it back. Another regional.
Yes, sir. Yeah. This was number 15 for me in this format, so just happy to be here at the last one. Shooting for next year again, and we'll keep at it.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate it and hope to see you again, Wayne.
Go Dogs.
Coming up next, Emil Gennaro out of Mississippi. Mr. Emil bringing us 3 more again today. Had 4-1 yesterday. 3 pounds, 5 ounces, 3 pounds, 5 ounces. Man, we appreciate you. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
I just thank God for letting me be able to do this and my wife for putting up with me.
That's right. Thank you, Emil. Good luck. Coming up next, Greg Phillips, Tennessee boater. Greg had 8-7 yesterday. 8-7 yesterday. 10-4 today for Greg. Jumped all the way up to 26th place, but going to be just shy of the cut, it looks like. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
My wife and my little girl right there, birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Josie.
Happy birthday to his daughter. 10 pounds, 4 ounces for Greg. Thank you, sir. Coming up next, Chris Boudry out of Kentucky. 11 pounds even yesterday for Chris. Looks like another good day. Another good day for Chris. 12 pounds and an ounce all the way up to 7th place. Chris Boudry, 7th place, 2-day total, 23 pounds and an ounce. Good job, Chris. Looks like we might be seeing you tomorrow. Coming up next, Chase Martin, South Carolina non-boater. North Carolina. I did that yesterday. Chase Martin, North Carolina non-boater. 3 fish today. 3 good ones. 6 pounds, 13 ounces. Chase all the way up into 15th place. You want to hold him or you want to talk? You want to say anything? Chase Martin, 2-day total, 11 pounds, 14 ounces out of North Carolina. Coming up next, Hootie Smith. Hootie Smith out of Kentucky. Hootie bringing us 5 more. 10-2 yesterday. Maybe a little better day today.
It was a very good day today.
He says it was a very good day. It sure was. 13 pounds, 10 ounces for Hootie, all the way up to 7th place.
Sweet. You want to hold him or call him? Yeah, I got a big one in here. Yeah, you want to wait it?
Hootie's got a big one he wants to weigh. Looking for 5'6" on this big one. Looking for 5'6". 4 pounds, 6 ounces on that big one, Hootie. But man, huge comeback today. Jumped all the way up to 7th place. 7th place. Made an adjustment or think we can do it again?
Yeah, I want to thank the owner of Picasso Lure, Terry. He especially made these jig heads for me, and they really was kicking today, so I did a good job.
Hootie says those lures are kicking today. Well, we'll see if they can kick again tomorrow. Hootie, 2-day total weight, 23 pounds, 12 ounces. Next up, Georgia non-boater Ryan Stewart. Ryan bringing us 3 today. 4 pounds, 1 ounce on those, Ryan. Anybody will say hello or thank you to?
Hey, thanks to my parents. And thanks to the Georgia State team. Thanks to everybody for being here. It's a great event. Love being here.
Well, we appreciate it, Ryan. Glad to have you. Mark Leach, North Carolina boater. Mr. Mark had 12-4 yesterday. 5 more to go with it today. 11 pounds, 7 ounces, 8th place for Mr. Mark Leach. You want to hold him or talk? What, you don't want to talk? Come on, man. Mark Leach, 8th place. And 138 guys weighed in, and North Carolina just jumped into the overall lead. Coming up next, Jason Hooven out of Florida. Jason bringing us 3 today. Looks like a little bit better day than yesterday.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just wanted to thank, obviously, the men upstairs, my mom, my beautiful bride, Mr. Rick, our state president, all the guys that helped us out this week, Mr. Nett, Mr. Gene Gillian, everything he does for conservation for all the states, and that should round it up.
I think you covered it all. Thank you, Jason. We appreciate having you. 413 on those, Jason. Next up, Chuck Howard, South Carolina boater. Chuck bringing us 5 today. 13-14 yesterday. 9 pounds, 5 ounces, but sitting in 9th place. A little bit tougher day, but right now sitting in 9th, I think you got to be feeling pretty good about where you're at.
I felt good when I had 9 pounds in the boat, but I was really hoping I'd have more. It wasn't as good a day today, that's for sure.
Well, we'll see how it shakes out. 9th place right now. Hope to see you tomorrow, Chuck. Thank you. Coming up next, Josh Milam. Josh out of the state of West Virginia. 415 yesterday, 3 more on the non-boater side today. 4 pounds even for you, Josh. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
My little boy at home, thanks.
Thank you, Josh. Coming up next, Richard Young out of Kentucky. Richard on the boater side, 12-9 yesterday. Bringing us 5 more. 5 more today. We'll see where we can get you, Richard. 9 pounds, 10 ounces. He says not enough, but he's sitting in 13th place right now.
Yeah, well, it was a lot tougher today than it was yesterday. So I didn't lose any fish all week. I missed 1 or 2, but, just want to thank Susie Weber taking care of us all the time. Wheatus Marine, Shimano, G. Loomis, and thanks my family for letting me do all this.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you. And we'll see if Richard will hang on to be fishing tomorrow. 13th place currently, 22 pounds and 3 ounces. Kentucky hanging around that second place spot in the overall team standings. Coming up next, Adam Richardson out of Virginia. Adam had 11:15 yesterday. Looks like he'll be pretty consistent again today, maybe a little more. 11:3 today, 11:3 today for Adam. Jumped all the way up to 10th place. 10th place for Adam. Coming up next, non-boater David Wheat out of Mississippi. David, good to see you.
Good to you.
2 pounds, 6 ounces on those. 2 pounds, 6 ounces. Good to see you, man. Thank you. Coming up next, North Carolina non-boater Shane Godwin. Shane bringing us 3. He had 1-3 yesterday. A little bit better today.
A little better today. Yeah, I thank my son for getting me involved in this, and my good Lord.
5:14 today, Shane. Safe travels, man. We appreciate you fishing with us. Coming up next, Eric Strong, Florida boater. Eric, good to see you, man. 3-3 yesterday, 3 more today.
Yeah, we went for the big fish up in the upper river, and the water cleared up a little bit. So there's a lot of big fish up there. I just had some missed opportunities.
Missed opportunities this week for Eric. Well, 5:14, and we sure do appreciate you fishing with us, Eric. Thank you. Coming up next, Chris Jones, South Carolina boater. Chris bringing us 5 again. Had 8:15 yesterday. Maybe a little better today?
Yeah, a little better day today.
A lot better. 11-11, 20th place right now for you, Chris. 20th place. But, say, looks like you might not quite make it, but, hey, another good tournament.
Yeah, I just want to tell you guys at Bass, you do a great job. Everything's top notch. We appreciate everything you do for us. So thank you very much.
Well, we appreciate it. And, hey, we couldn't do any of this without you guys. And Chris, another one of our state presidents, so we sure do appreciate all that they do in their states. Coming up next, Larry Carter, Mississippi non-boater. For non-boater? It's, well, it's not daily. It's but it's 4-3. Larry had a big rebound today. 7 pounds and 10 ounces. Larry's got somebody with you. Who's this with you?
That's my granddaughter, Breland.
They're going to hold up a couple?
Hello.
Larry Carter and a future Bassmaster granddaughter. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate you. Coming up next, Brian Howard, South Carolina non-boater. Brian bringing us 3 more today. Had 4-7 yesterday. 5 pounds, 14 ounces for you, Brian. 5 pounds, 14 ounces, 28th place currently. Anybody will say hello? Thank you, too. Thank you, Brian. Jerry Shawver out of Florida. Jerry bringing us 5 fish today, 9-10 yesterday. 9-11 today, 9-11, almost exactly the same.
No.
All right, well, we appreciate you. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, Jerry. Coming up next, Corey Smith, another Florida boater. 5 fish for Corey. A lot better day, it looks like.
Yeah, a little redemption today, but I don't know if it'll quite be enough. But say thank you to my wife, Renee, my kids, Kendall and Jansen. Thank you so much for letting me come up, and got a little angry at them today, but not angry enough yesterday. So I'll hold a couple up. They're brown ones. We don't get a lot of those in Florida.
That's right. Not many brown ones down in Florida. Smallmouth. 12 pounds, 11 ounces for Corey. jumped all the way up into 19th place and took over first place on his state team. We'll see if that'll hold out for him. First place on his state team, 19th place overall. 2-day total, 20 pounds, 12 ounces. Thank you, Corey. Coming up next, Randy Huffman, West Virginia non-boater. Randy bringing us 3 more today. Had 512 yesterday. 414 today. 414 today for your Randy, 25th place.
Hey, yeah, yesterday was my anniversary, so you got a good wife when you know you can fish on your anniversary and there's no issues. Thanks to West Virginia Bass Nation, the members there, for sending our state team here and supporting us. It's awesome. Thank you, Bass. This is a great organization. We love it. Thank you.
Well, man, thank you, Randy. We appreciate you. Coming up next, Mark Blevins out of Florida. Mark on the boater side, 6 pounds, 14 ounces yesterday. Maybe a little better today.
A little bit better. It was tough on me. I just couldn't catch 3-pounders. So
9 pounds even on those, Mark. 9 pounds even. Thank you. We appreciate it, man. Coming up next, non-boater Tristan Boyd out of Tennessee. Tristan bringing us 3. Had 6-8 yesterday. Really good start to his day yesterday. 3 more to back it up for Tristan Boyd. And they're alive. 7 pounds, 7 ounces, all the way up to second place on the non-boater side. Yes. You want to weigh it for big fish? What is it? 4-3? Tristan Boyd out of Tennessee. Second place on the non-boater side, 13 pounds and 15 ounces. See you tomorrow, Tristan. Coming up next, Claude Lofton out of Florida. Claude bringing us 3.59 yesterday. Another good day. 6 pounds, 9 ounces, all the way up into 15th place. 15th place for Claude on the non-boater side. You're also tied for first on the state team. Non-boater side. So you'll both stay tied. You'll both go. 2-day total weight, 12-2. 12-2. Next up, Brandon Pritchett out of Virginia. $9-1 yesterday, 5 more today. 8 pounds, 4 ounces. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
Yeah, I'd like to say hi to my father who's watching, I think. He loaned me his boat. I had some problems with my 520 yard, had to go back to the factory, so I changed boats last minute, and I really appreciated that. Also, I wore my Missile Baits hat today. Thanks, John Cruz, Missile Baits, and Virginia State team. Let's go. And one other thing, I tried that epic comeback today. My partner did well. I know y'all hear all these shoulda, couldas. I lost like a 5-pounder today, a 3.5, and I lost a 3-pounder on the last stop.
What? We might have to get Claude back up here to verify.
Bring him back up. He'll tell you.
Well, man, wish you could have caught a couple of those. Those are the different makers out here on Douglas Lake this week. Coming up next, Dave Carson, boater out of West Virginia. Dave Carson, 7 pounds, 14 ounces, 5 more today. 6 pounds, 6 ounces for you, Dave. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
Yeah, just thank West Virginia Bass Nation for getting us here and all my family.
That's right. Thank you. We appreciate you, Dave. Thank you so much. Next up, Josh Hosford out of Georgia. Josh had 4.8 yesterday. 3 more. 3 more today. 4 pounds and 3 ounces for you, Josh.
Yeah, I want to thank the Outcast Bass Club and the whole Georgia State team. Everybody helped me out a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Josh. Mark Pierce, representing the state of Tennessee, but I believe he resides in Kentucky. 11-8 yesterday. Better day today. 12 pounds even for Mr. Mark Pierce, all the way up to 9th place. Ninth place currently for Mr. Mark Pierce. Looks like he just punched his ticket to another regional final day. Thank you, Mark. See you tomorrow, man. Coming up next, non-boater Sam Terry. Sam out of Virginia. £2 pounds, 10 ounces on those, Sam. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. Coming up next, Will Diffenbaugh out of West Virginia. Will's bringing us 5 today, 6:15 yesterday. Little better today. 8 pounds, 9 ounces. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
Yeah, I just got to thank Bass Nation West Virginia. We got a great group of anglers, and thanks for all their support.
100%. Thank you, Will. Next up, Bryden Muggleston. Bryden had a good start yesterday. 6 pounds, 5 ounces yesterday. 3 more today. Another good day. Look out. 7 pounds, 7 ounces, all the way up to 5th place for Bryden. $3.4 on his big fish. $3.4. 5th place, 13-12 for Bryden. Blaine Partee out of Florida. Blaine bringing us 3 today. He went looking for those big ones.
Yeah, I went looking for giant fish today. I had some missed opportunities, but still had a great week. It was really fun out here, and I appreciate Florida Bass Nation for getting me up here and everything you guys do.
Thanks, Blaine. We appreciate you. 4-7 on those. 4-7. Safe travels. Next up, Jeff Poplin out of Virginia. Jeff says he's got a good one. 3 fish for Jeff. Good day indeed. 7 pounds and 12 ounces for Jeff. Don't see what this big fish will weigh. 3 pounds, 8 ounces on that one. 3 pounds, 8 ounces. Thank you, Jeff. Coming up next, Chad Dorland, Florida boater. $5 today. Had 12.4 yesterday. 9 pounds, 10 ounces for Chad. And Chad jumps all the way up to 16th place. Next up, Edward Owens out of South Carolina. Mr. Ed had 5.10 yesterday, 3 to go with it today. A little bit better day?
A little bit better.
6 pounds and 8 ounces for Ed Owens, 18th place. Thank you, Ed. Coming up next, Courtney Funk Courtney, Kentucky non-boater. Courtney bringing us 1 fish today. Trying to get Kentucky back up into that overall state team lead.
This isn't going to do it. I'll just be honest.
Hey, every ounce and every pound counts. 1 pound, 1 ounce on that one, Courtney.
Hey, I'd like to thank Sarah and my girls at home for letting me do this. I had 2 amazing boaters, one from Florida, one from Mississippi. The fish went that way. I went that way. Okay, but we can't wait to get back. Thank you.
Well, can't wait to see you back, Courtney. Thank you. Next up, Adam Brewer. Adam Brewer out of Mississippi. 1 fish today for Adam on the boater side. 2 pounds, 1 ounce, Adam. 2 pounds, 1 ounce. Thank you for coming along, man. We appreciate you. As we're starting to wind down again, if you think you're going to make the cut, I need to see you after the weigh-in. We're going to have a quick meeting right here under these 2 tents. If you're going to make the cut, need to see you after the weigh-in. Coming up next, James Gregg out of Virginia. James bringing us 3 on the non-butter side. Had a good start. 6 pounds, 3 ounces yesterday. See how far up the leaderboard we can get him with these 3. 4 pounds, 4 ounces for you, James. 4 pounds, 4 ounces. 33rd place currently. Thank you, James. Next up, Josh Oliver. Josh Oliver, Alabama boater. 10 pounds, 9 ounces yesterday, but looks like a really good day today.
It was a little better day. I'm afraid I'm going to end up hurting myself. I culled the wrong fish yesterday and cost myself about half a pound. So
12 pounds, 4 ounces for Josh Oliver, all the way up to 13th place. Yeah, take a picture. Josh Oliver, 13th place on the boater side, 12 pounds and 4 ounces. 2-day total weight, 22.13. Looks like we're winding down, Josh. We'll see if that'll hold out. Coming up next, David Oney out of Tennessee. David bringing us 2 fish, non-boater side. 313, but hey, made a regional.
Hey, I tried to bring that walleye in because it was a lot bigger, but they said no.
Well, you could have brought it in to have for supper tonight.
Yeah, it would have been awful good.
Well, good to see you, David. Thank you. We appreciate you. Coming up next, Pat Westbrook, South Carolina boater. And he thought it would be a good idea to wear the best looking hat that I've seen come across this stage today.
Anything for you.
5 fish today. 11-13 all the way up into 22nd place. Hey, good tournament, Pat. Good tournament. Looks like you're going to be a little short. Anybody want to say hello?
Yeah. My family for supporting me all these years. Appreciate everything.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you. Thank you, Pat. Good to see you. Coming up next, Craig Monin out of Georgia. Craig bringing us 3 today. Had 3 pounds even yesterday. Looks like a little better day today, maybe. $4 pounds, 13 ounces for you, Craig. 413. Thank you. Appreciate you. Coming up next, Dalton Uri. Dalton Uri out of North Carolina. 14-13 yesterday. 4 fish today. 4 fish today.
not too good today.
4 pounds, 5 ounces for you, Dalton. 4 pounds, 5 ounces. You got in 36th place currently, man. Thank you. Coming up next, Joseph Batten out of Alabama. Joseph bringing us 1 fish today. 1 fish. Tough day.
Very tough day. I want to say hello to Amra back home and my son and my brother, and also Jennings Pest Control for letting me go do this and chase a dream.
Well, that's a great way. Thank you to Jennings for letting him off work for a week. Coming up next, Ryan West out of South Carolina. Ryan's bringing us another 5 bass limit. 10 pounds and 12 ounces yesterday. A little better today?
A little bit.
Well, let's see how far up the leaderboard we can get him all the way to 15th place. 11 pounds, 14 ounces. Ryan West, boater out of South Carolina. 2-day total weight, 22 pounds, 10 ounces. 15th place. Winding down, Ryan. Let's see if that'll hold out. Next up, Zach LeMaster out of Virginia. Zach on the non-boater side, 3 fish today. Again, Virginia started the day out in the overall team lead, but don't know if they're still sitting there now. 4 pounds, 12 ounces on those. 4 pounds, 12 ounces on those. Zach, 52nd place. 52nd place. Next up, Jad Willis out of South Carolina. Jad's bringing us 5 today. Had 10-8 yesterday. 10-2 today. 10-2 today, 28th place. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
Say hi to my wife and daughter at home and my mom and dad. Yep. Tough week.
Mom and Dad made the trip up. Jad said he's back. Appreciate it, Jad. Thank you. Jad's going to hold up a couple. Coming up next, West Virginia non-boater Mark Ochkai. Mark, 5'7" yesterday. 3 more to go with it today. Let's see how far we can get you up through here. A good day for Mark. 6 pounds, 4 ounces, 24th place. Looks like you're going to be a little short, but man, another good week.
It is what it is. Had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Well, we sure do appreciate it, Mark. Thank you for coming out and supporting. Next up, Eric Silverstrom from Tennessee. Eric, bringing us 5 more today. 5 more today for you, Eric.
Yeah, it's just been too small. Not finding the bigger fish.
Not finding the bigger fish. 8-1 for those 5, man. We appreciate it. Eric, thank you. Coming up next, Derek Lilly. Derek Lilly, 3 fish. North Carolina non-boater. Had 4.9 yesterday. 4.9 yesterday. Maybe a little better today.
A little bit better, but not much better.
5.15 on those, Derek. 5.15. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
Just hey to my wife, Jerry, at home, and my daughters, Madison and Danielle. Thanks.
We appreciate it, Derek. Thanks for fishing with us. Next up, Georgia boater Chris Moody. Chris had 12 pounds even yesterday. 5 more today. Looking for 10-9 to take over first place on his state team. Yes, indeed. 12 pounds, 3 ounces. Chris Moody jumps all the way up to 7th place overall. Looks like Chris is going to be fishing with us tomorrow. 2-day total, 24 pounds, 3 ounces. Thanks, Chris. See you tomorrow, man. Coming up next, Matt Summers. Matt coming out of West Virginia. Had 6-1 yesterday. Really good start. Looks like he backed it up today. 6 pounds, 14 ounces, all the way up to 8th place for this West Virginia non-boater. Matt Summers. 2-day total, 12 pounds, 15 ounces. And I'll see you here in just a little bit, Matt. Next up, Andrew V2 out of Alabama. Andrew bringing us 5 today. 5 today. Had 8.8 yesterday. 5 more to go with that today. 7 pounds, 9 ounces. Tough week, but hey, another regional.
Yeah, next year.
Next year. Good. Hope to see you back, Andrew. Thank you. Next up, Brad Gandy. Brad reigning from the state of Georgia. Brad had a really good start yesterday. 7 pounds, 5 ounces on the non-boater side. 3 more to go with that today. 4 pounds and an ounce. 4 pounds and an ounce for Brad. Guy sitting in 27th place currently. 27th place. Thank you, Brad. But you did jump up to first place on your state team. Next up, Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson, 10-13 yesterday. 10-13 yesterday, 5 to go with it today. Maybe a little better day.
Yes, sir. Went a little better.
11-3, and Brad jumped into 19th place. Currently, 19th place for Brad, right on the bubble.
Yeah, I got started out a little slow this morning, but it picked up.
Well, you don't have too long to wait to see if you're going to slide into there tomorrow. Thank you, Brad. Next up, Eric Holder, Georgia boater. Eric bringing us 5 today. 5 fish today. £9 and an ounce. 9 pounds and an ounce, Eric. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
I don't know.
Next up, Lee Foster, North Carolina. South Carolina, non-boater. One big one, he says. 11 ounces for you, 11 ounces. Anybody say hello? Thank you, too?
Yeah, my wife and daughter's here. I'm glad they made it up. Now we're going back to South Carolina.
Yes, sir. Going back to my home state, South Carolina. Next up, Zeke Abeg, Tennessee boater. Zeke bringing us 5 today. £5, 15 ounces on those 5. 5.15. Thank you, Zeke. Appreciate you. West Virginia non-boater Gary Ross. Gary bringing us three fish today. 3 fish, 1 pound, 13 ounces for you, Gary. 1 pound, 13 ounces. Thank you, sir. Next up, David Morton. David Morton out of Georgia. David Morton out of Georgia. 5 fish for us today. 5 fish for David. £6, 11 ounces for you, David. £6, 11 ounces. Thank you, sir. Next up, Ethan Wheeler. Non-boater out of Kentucky. Ethan bringing us 1 today. 1 today, had 5-3 yesterday. 1-2 today, 1-2 today. Ethan, anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
My parents and wife back home.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you for fishing with us, Ethan. Thank you. Next up, another Kentucky non-boater, John Roth. John had 5-5 yesterday, bringing us 3 today. 3 today for you, John.
Yeah, it was tough, but I only caught 4, but 3 caps. So, I called 1 out. That's what it was. So,
well, 5 pounds, 3 ounces for you, John. 37th place, but man, we sure do appreciate you fishing with us. Next up, out of Florida, Dave Frost. Looks like we're going to end with a pretty good bag. 11-10 yesterday for Dave. Dave, you need 10-5 to take over your state team lead. 10 pounds even, 10 pounds even, 23rd place, 23rd place. Second place on your state team though, Dave. Second place on your state team. So it looks like we'll see you tomorrow, Mr. David. And with that, that concludes our day 2 weigh-in. Again, want to give a quick shout out to everybody at TNT Fireworks. We can't do it without them. And all of our wonderful sponsors, Toyota Progressive, Bass Pro Shops, Dakota Lithium, Humminbird, Mercury, Minn Kota, Nitro Boats, Power Pole, Ranger, Rapala, Skeeter, Yamaha, and our supporting sponsors, AFCO, Daiwa, Garmin, Lew's, Marathon, Triton Boats, and VMC. And again, if you guys made the cut, I need to see you. Quick meeting afterward. I'm going to come out and announce the cut here in just a little bit. But we're also going to crown the overall state team champion here in just a minute. I'll be right back. Let me go verify these weights. Yeah, just now. Everybody just hang out for just a minute. This guy said, the last guy that weighed in that was late 2 minutes, he was like, I want to talk to you after the tournament. What are you going to talk about? You're late, bro. I told y'all to jump in the boat. You know, if you break down, you got to get in the boat.
Who do you think your state team winner is?
Last time I went out and announced that. That way they could go ahead and start on pictures, and then I came back and helped. Okay. You want to do that again? That way it gives you more time too to check it, and I can double check it.
Yeah, I'll get everything run and I like that.
All right. If you guys are ready, we'll start working down the overall team award standing. What team took home the most weight over 2 days at the 2023 TNT Fireworks Bass Nation Southeast Regional at Douglas Lake? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be your day 1 leader, Virginia? Or did Kentucky try to run them down coming from second from yesterday? No, I guess not. Kentucky's not too loud. They're not liking that. All right, we're going to start in 10th place. 10th place, state of Mississippi. 10th place, Mississippi with a 2-day weight, 226 pounds, 10 ounces. In 9th, the state of Florida. Florida with 245 pounds, 12 ounces. 8th place, the state of Georgia. 255 pounds, 13 ounces. In 7th, West Virginia, 264.9. In 6th, Tennessee, 278.5. In 5th, Kentucky, 283.1. And then there were 4 teams left. And now we only pay the top 3 state teams. 4 teams left. Top 3 will be announced, taken out in third place with $2,500. North Carolina. Taking home $2,500. And unfortunately with that, Alabama finished in 4th place. And then there were 2. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Virginia? Or is it gonna be South Carolina? In first place, taking home $6,250 in first place. Virginia! 2-day total weight, 306 pounds, 6 ounces. If the whole state team of Virginia would come up here, we're going to go ahead and give you guys your plaques. Y'all can come to the front of the stage and get a picture. That means South Carolina finished in second, taking home $3,750. South Carolina finishing in second place. I don't have their names. Do we normally do? Do we have a list of the voters' names from? They can get in front. We're going to start with the Virginia non-voters. Larry Witt. Joshua Hall. Brian Guckert. James Gregg III. Mike Burchett. In 6th, Parker Brogan. Jeff Poplin. Hey, Steve. Hey, just come grab it. For him. Zach LeMaster. Roland Burton. Sam Terry. And then your Virginia voters. Kevin Walton. Jacob Lee. Adam Richardson. Adam's coming. While Adam's coming up here, Brad Weiss. Travis Luger. James Graves. Craig Owens. Brandon Pritchett. Sid Ryan. And Richard Hodges. And again, your overall team champion, Virginia, 2-day total weight, 306 pounds, 6 ounces.